I just want y'all to listen to this. Cause I've been wanting to record this. Do black women hate black men? And out of all of the videos, it's 1,000 of them, but I feel like this would be the best one to use on my platform. I just want y'all to listen.
Because there's not enough feminine energy around.
Because that's.
But we can't say that. It's the point.
Listen, it's the message right here. Black boy, tell me how you really feel. Cause I just want to build with you. Black girl, tell me how you really feel. I want to keep it real with you. I want to live better, eat better. I want to love better, sleep better. Yeah, I want to feel so aligned.
Of course, we're gonna treat him like a regular because all we know is regular. We don't necessarily, like I said, that goes back to the whole standards thing. You know what I mean? Like, if a man set his standards and what he do and what he doesn't, what he allows, you come in my house, you gotta take your shoes off. You can't walk around my house with no shoes on. It's the same way with conversation. It's the same way with how etiquette. A lot of men don't hold doors, but I've been blessed enough to be, if I'm about to touch a door, don't touch that door. But that's not every man. But I don't expect every man to be that way. But that's why I naturally go open the door for myself. But I know next time when I'm with this man, I better not touch that door. So it's on him that his ex-girlfriend would treat him like a regular person. Because if he didn't remind her that he wasn't regular, that's on him. Sis, you used to this, but this ain't this. He allowed her to carry on. Sorry.
So, that's interesting. Right now, a lot of black men, they are saying, I think the acronym is SYSBM. Save yourself, black man.
Okay.
And the movement is all around this concept of African American black women are fundamentally broken. So instead of sticking around and trying to fix them and trying to check them and put them in their place, go to Thailand, go to Africa, go to South America, get you a Canadian.
They are the ones that are broken. They contradict themselves. They are the ones that are broken. Save yourself, black men. They are broken. If you don't give yourself time to heal and you're going all across the world looking for love in the wrong places, I'ma just call it what it is. Because I'm tired of they BS. You go cross seas. Just because you go cross seas, that do not mean that you is going to find the love of your life. But some dusties are so delusional that they feel like just because they get a passport, they is going to find the love of their life. Us black women, we already know 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to take centuries probably for us to really find somebody that's really just going to be genuine. I'm just giving an example. We not delusional like them. They are delusional. We know that love exists, that true love, rare love, love that's hard to find. We know that we can get that, but we not desperate for it. We not going to look for it. We not going to pay for it. We're not going to try to trick for it. Because really that what it is. When you going across seas, you tricking. You as a male prostitute, you is tricking. You tricking. You going across seas and you is tricking. You selling that ding dong. You selling that black king ding dong. You selling that Black King Mandingo ding dong all across the border, all across seas. That's community D. That is community D, and that is dangerous. That's how people catch the House of Virginia. Dusties don't know how to do nothing but make up excuses and put blame on who? The women. They make up excuses. And then they wonder why some black women hate their asses. Some black women really do hate them. Hate the grind they walk on. Hate even seeing them walk in the door. And I don't blame some black women because we tired of their asses. When I got tired, y'all see what I did. When I got tired, I done left them. Left them alone.
Right?
I mean, y'all been doing that though. Y'all been getting other races though.
But it's a movement now. It's a movement
It's
now.
been a movement.
Okay,
That's why black women been so mad. Like, we sit here, we got to deal with broken men, and we're not, you know what, forget this. I'm going to get me a Tommy. No, Tommy just came over and he just treated me better. That's why I'm with him.
Exactly. You don't do the inner work for yourself. You don't heal for yourself, and you got excuses to heal. You blaming to heal. These controversy dusties, they don't do nothing but blame and fault. Blame and fault. Blame shift. Gaslight. Project. Deflect. Those are narcissistic traits, and those are narcissistic tendencies. Can I diagnose them and say that they are narcissists? I know for a fact that they are narcissists. No, but I've had experience. That's how I know. Because one of my exes, the one they lied about having a whole wife, he was a narcissist. And like I tell y'all, I'm not like some black women. I don't deal with abuse for years. It don't take me long to wake up to realize that a man I'm messing with ain't hitting on SHIT. I don't deal with abuse for years. I may deal with abuse. I may put up with abuse mentally and emotionally when I'm in love, especially in my younger days. I may put up with, kept going back and forth, getting my hopes up, having expectations. Oh, maybe this man might change one day. Maybe he'll see my worth. Maybe he'll see my value. Maybe he'll start respecting me. Maybe he'll start cheating on me. The little young me back then, I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to give up. I wanted to keep hope. Maybe he'll change one day. That's his character. Those are his actions. That's the side of him. That's the version of him. I'm being delusional. I'm holding on to a version of him that I thought he was.
Treating me like how I feel like I should be treated. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he's moving that way. He's not, he's just moving a different way. Not necessarily saying we love black men.
We'll get to Tommy.
We're not.
Who love black men? Who? There are particular black men who we genuinely just care about and got genuine love for. We don't love the Tyrones. But the Tyrones are obsessed and infatuated with us. We don't love Tyrones. We love black men who see value in their own women. Who believe in morals, not sticking their thing everywhere. Being bougie with their thing and don't got community D. We love those type of black men that don't got community D and have their own mind, is intellectual, and all the rest of those good things. Value people as people. See people as people and not just a sex object or something you could just play with. We love black men who see value in us and not just themselves, but see value in us and respect us and feel like we should be treated as they want to be treated. We don't love all black men because they don't love us, not genuinely. Yeah, they may love some things about you. Your cooter, your head, or whatever kind of assets or attention you give them, your body, but they don't genuinely love you and feel that, okay, maybe I need to take some stress off this woman. Maybe I need to help her with my child because she's exhausted. Okay?
Letting go of black men, like you just said, oh man, forget this, y'all. We can't fix these women. Let's go to Thailand and turn up, or go somewhere else and get a woman. What? Y'all just really just told me that y'all really just brought to break our household. When at the end of the day, we both broken, and really the only person that can fix the home is the black.
I know some people say this, but I really don't believe that black women put division in the black community, because we is the least to date out of our race, to date out, to swirl, to divest. I believe some dusties just be wanna blame us and fault us to make them feel good about theyself. Yeah, that's projection that been going on for the longest. It's projection. We didn't bring no division. We didn't decide that we want to get our passports and go cross seas because we want to go trick for some money. I'm going to tell it like it is. They be tricking and we don't care because we do not want that poison. We don't want it. Every woman cross seas done had that. If I wouldn't dating out of my race, I probably still wouldn't be interested in getting with a man who done been all the way cross seas. Ain't no telling where he done put his thing at. Ain't no telling. And then a lot of women that they talk to cross seas, they schooled them and they how can I put this? They schooled them and they coached them. They tell these women, you know, you got to convince these women that I'm the best thing you ever had, that I make you happy, that they missed out, that they need to do better, that they should have treated me better. You got to tell these other women that you treat me better than the way they treated me. You respect me. You treat me right. That goes both ways. If that's not being reciprocated, a woman is not going to respect you. Respectfully, they just not. And I know this old, but I've been saw this video and I said I was going to share it. This video is old as fuck. But I don't care because it's still a trending thing that goes on about Dusties going across seas.
Man, because black men helping other black men is the only way we gonna be able to thrive. Correcting your homeboy, you talking about he got 5 different shorties. Like, bro, why you got 5 girls? Like, bro, you let you raw dogging them too, so you don't care about no kids. Like, so if you have a kid, you're not gonna beat it. You know, certain things.
But those aren't
certain
the men
conversations.
who are leaving.
Huh?
Those aren't the men who are leaving.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the 1%.
It's the good dudes that are leaving, yeah. So the good.
And a lot of good dudes turn out to not be good dudes. It turned out that some of them, they good at wearing a masquerade. They good at wearing a mask. The what you call Mr. Nice Guys, they turn out to be narcissists. They turn out to be controlling. They turn out to be abusive. The quote unquote Mr. Nice Guys, when they get mad with you, they call you a female, which is really a female dog. And these are things that I ignored. Back in my days when I was just dating black men, I used to feel like it was okay for them to get mad with you and call you a female. I would fight till I couldn't fight no more. And y'all already know, like, I don't do that. I ain't talking about, like, find a female over a man, because that never been the case. I'm saying I would try to fight for the relationship when I know the relationship already on thin ice. God is trying to tell me that me and this person is not meant to be together, and I'm still getting my hopes up, thinking, I'm getting on my knees and I'm praying, acting like a straight mammy. Well, maybe he'll change one day. Maybe he'll change one day. I tell the man I'm leaving him. I did this with my very first black boyfriend. I went back and forth with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I leave, but then I come back around. And I didn't do that with all my relationships, but my very first relationship, I would leave and I would come back, and I would leave and I'll come back again, and it just, whew, I'm glad I ain't like that no more.
I'm talking about, they've already done the work, and they're like, I shouldn't have to babysit somebody. I think the problem a lot of times,
I just don't understand how men can't find no.
All the healed black men, they be married, or they be taken, or they be with a whole nother race of a woman. A lot of them be in the NFL. A lot of them are basketball players, football players. I'm not gonna say all of them, but some of them are very arrogant, and they feel like we are beneath them. They kind of feel like the save yourself black men, babies, they kind of feel like the manosphere, emotional spirit. They kind of feel like the red pillars. They kind of feel like we are beneath them. They kind of feel like they too good for us. We too, average. I don't think, I'm not saying all, but evidently it's true, because more black women are dating out. So it can't be our other black men who out here, who was raised right, be checking for average black women. I don't think they be checking for us. They don't be checking for us, because I haven't met one. They don't be checking for us. They may be looking at us, but they don't be checking. They may be looking, and they may find us attractive, but you know what might turn them off? We don't got that same status that they have. So, yeah.
I mean, and the ratio is just so high. I just cannot. That is one thing I cannot believe. I can't believe it.
what do you think it is?
That men, they're just as cocky as women. They feel like they should have a certain type of woman, just like we feel like we should have a certain type of man. That's just a fact. So it's like men making such a big rah-rah about women.
Me personally, I have always talked to all kind of men, even when I wasn't courting, even when I wasn't dating. When this topic and discussion started coming up about how men feel about how women, women want men that have a certain height. I don't understand that, because all black women is not worrying about a man's height. A man height, or Now, I am a strong believer in you shouldn't be with a man that wants you to split the bill. That's pure labor and slavery. You're going to be a servant. Okay? You're going to be a servant. Ain't going to be a slave. He's going to be your black master. Your black master. That's labor all over again. That's hard labor. No. If he wants you to split bills with him and go 50-50, if he don't want to pay all the bills, leave him. Be a gold digger and leave him. I'm not with that. If a man cannot give me for example, if not just pass a $20 bill. If a man cannot give me a crispy $100 bill, and you just think you're gonna give me some chump change, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Cause baby, I'ma dig in them pockets. I'm sorry, I'ma dig in them pockets. Call me money hungry, call me a gold digger, call me whatever. I'm digging in them pockets. You digging in me, I'm digging in you. Big facts.
And wanting a certain, we want to raise our standards or be a certain way. But men, y'all want a certain type of women, knowing that we are damaged from other men. You got us, sorry, you ain't get us fresh out with no experience from no other man, no trauma, no nothing, you know what I mean? Like, granted, yeah, people say you start a clean slate, but once a movement is, it's kind of like it's kind of like a trigger warning, like when something happened, like if you moved a certain way, dang, man, I remember, okay, so that's how all men must move. So I gotta adjust myself.
What do you think women are doing wrong?
Oh man, like I said, we definitely can. Communication definitely needs to help. Happen. A better way of communicating for women, for sure.
What is that better way?
Some men do not like to communicate. They like to shut down and be nonchalant and act like everything okay, and they suppress their feelings. When they blow up, everything come out. So if you're dealing with somebody that suppress their feelings, how is y'all gonna have healthy communication? How are you gonna communicate if you with a man that suppress his feelings? You trying to talk to this man don't want to talk. Just stop talking to me. And some of my exes that I have dealt with, man, just I don't want to talk about it. How you gonna feel better if you don't express your feelings and your emotions, my guy? You think I was finna keep putting up with that? Hell to the no. I'm not your mother. Like, no.
What is the better way? Because we say it a lot, but we never actually define it. I think women are terrible listeners.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, I guess I can only speak for myself with that. Because I can listen. I listen very well. I think the only issue is when people think I'm not listening just because I don't. Because my response is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, like, I hear you, I understand what you're saying, or more so my perspective. I'm giving you my perspective. Not necessarily saying that you're wrong, but I mean,
Black women, when we have a perspective, people get mad about it. But when they have a perspective, everybody is applauding and clapping. That is so favoritism. It's so much favoritism. When it comes to the Dusties, that's what I don't like. The Dusties, they get favoritism, they get clapped for, they get applauded for. But let us black women say something, they get in their feelings. If we actually was to come on this YouTube platform and say, for example, oh, I don't like nerds, it would be an uproar. If we start giving them what they want, if we start giving them the delusion and the illusion of what they want, if we start being every stereotype that they want us to be, these men would be literally in an uproar. See, we was right. Like the perception, you know what I'm saying, and the narratives and the stereotypes, if we give them everything they want, they'll be like, see, we was right. And this give them an excuse to put blame. And this give them an excuse to enable hateful and jealous competition sassy behavior. And to encourage and motivate and uplift that sassy behavior. Y'all get it? If we was to give them everything we want and we was to be like, we don't like black nerds. We don't like black geeks. This one black woman, she tickled me. She was like, I'd rather have a dorky. And that's kind of why I said that, because it was a joke. I'd rather have a geeky white man with glasses that is very intellectual and know how to be compassionate and know how to have empathy and sympathy and sympathize with me. Know how to put our differences to the side, know how to communicate. And know how to be understanding and open-minded and have emotional intelligence, etc., all the rest of those things. Then be with a man where you trying to tell him what's going on and he take it as an attack or go in defense mode. Because it's the victim mentality. Me. It's all about me. It's not about you. No, I don't want to deal with a man like that. No, thank you.
Hey, what you saying?
Has that been effective?
I think so.
Explain.
I guess sometimes people just need to come, or when it comes to me, come to me and tell me that you're venting, and not that you don't want a conversation. Because when I'm supposed to just sit here and like, oh, okay. No, I'm going to give you a conversation, or we're going to talk about it. But
my question, has that been effective? Like your disposition towards conversation, has that been effective? Or was it just one of those things, you just got to take the good with the bad?
Oh, yeah, you got to take the good with the bad. I got to accept everybody got to accept good and bad. If not, then we just only looking for good. And now y'all in Thailand trying to go ahead and get...
But you don't think that's a problem? And then my question to you is then, like, why would a man who's done the work to become a 1% dude deal with that?
Oh, now 1% man, I'm not doing it.
Because he haven't fully healed and went to therapy. And this high value, Lord, I'm trying to be nice. This high value Dusty, because that's what I call him. He's a high value Dusty. He want to make up excuses so bad on why men, he want to enable the behavior and the disrespect and enable the excuses on why these men go cross seas to get women to go trick. And I believe he tricked too. Sir, you is the problem. You is part of the division. You is the problem. Your mindset. Because you may like you're not biased, but you is biased when it comes to certain things. Because there's certain pills that you can't swallow. When it comes to black women, you can't take it. It's too much for you. It'll swallow you up and eat you alive. It's just too much. You don't need to be with black women. You need to be with a white woman. Because your mindset, even though you said before you get with any race, you want to be with a black woman first with your mentality. You need to do your research on an Uncle Tom, on a black Uncle Tom. You need to do your research on a misogynist. You need to do your research on a supremacist, a white supremacist. You need to also do your research on black token men. Because you be sounding like a black token guy that always got rejected and was overlooked. You need to heal.
You know what I'm saying? I know he's not a regular man. You feel me? I know I don't have to. I guess what we thrive for, and it's like, it would be so awesome even if the non-one percenters could even have the mindset of the one percenters, because it's really the mindset and the domination and the for sureness, the confidence, I am who I am because I build who I am. A lot of black men don't know who they are.
And that's why we leave, because they don't have the mindset. They don't have the mentality. The Dusty Blackerstein, Black Dusty Kings, they don't have the mentality. They don't got that mentality. So we have to get with men who understand us, who can have compassion, who have emotional intelligence, understanding, compassion, know how to be empathy, sympathy, empathize with us. Not say we tripping or we been dramatic or we over exaggerating. We don't want to deal with nobody that's dismissing us and discarding us, and we don't do it to them. We want to be heard just like they want to be heard.
So it's like we're trying to help. As I said, it's only going to take black men to help other black men figure out who they are. Because
So that sounds good. Here's the problem. When Kevin Samuels was talking about like why he transitioned, because at first he was talking about men, why he transitioned to talking about women, he said that as I was coaching these men, as I was improving them, and they make a lot of money. These men make $300,000, $200,000 a year, teaching them how to dress, style, the whole nine. They came back and told me that they couldn't find any good women.
They couldn't find any good women because they was tricking. Too busy being players, womanizers, and gigolos. Hold your brothers accountable for where they is putting their eggplant at. That's why they didn't find no good women, because they treated them wrong. They treated them poorly. They abused them mentally and emotionally, and some of them probably physically, because I went put it past when it comes to Tyrones, because they will lift their hands up at you, lift their hand up at you. They will make like they finna hit you even if they not. It have happened to me. They is very abusive. So they didn't find no good women because they not good people. If you're not a good person, you're not gonna find a good person. Good come within, not without. It's not on the outside, it's in the inside. They didn't find good people. They didn't find good women because they are not good men. Real good men don't have to tell you that they are good men. They show you with their actions, with their lifestyle, that they are good men. They don't have to convince you they are good men. Good men don't gotta convince. Good men show with actions. Good men don't gotta sit here and feel like they gotta prove to you that they're a good man and throw up in your face that they're a good man. And they the best you ever had. And you won't ever find nobody like them. That's calc. I call it calc.
When I hear a lot of women talk about that, a lot of times it's, they're not trying hard enough. Or how can they not find good women with this ratio? There's never any talk of what the women are doing wrong. And black women are doing a lot of things wrong, but they don't want to take any responsibility for it. Why is that?
Are y'all saying what we doing wrong?
We don't have to take no responsibility for y'all mama or y'all daddy not teaching y'all what y'all should already know. Let's be real. A lot of y'all grow up dumb and slow because y'all parents didn't install what they were supposed to install in y'all, and especially a lot of these daddies didn't install a lot of stuff they were supposed to install in their sons. A lot of daddies didn't install in their sons that you supposed to be a gentleman and open the door for a lady. Take a lady out to eat on a date, not Netflix and chill. Value women. Respect women. Treat women right. And they'll continue to treat you right. That's not our responsibility. We are not y'all mothers. The most weirdest thing that happened to me when I was dating black men, a lot of my exes act like I was their mother. And I had to snap back into reality and realize, I'm not your motherfucking mama. I'm not your mammy. I'm not finna give you that validation, that acceptance, that approval, and that ego boost like I'm your mother. I'm not finna cook like your mother. I'm not finna act like your mother. I'm not finna treat you like your mother. I'm not finna respect you like your mother respected you. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna be your mother. I'm not your mother. And I saw that in some of my exes. I saw the signs. I saw the red flags. I saw the red flags in some of my black exes. Where they were looking for a mother figure. And it was right in my face, and I was so blinded by love. I was so blinded by dusty struggle love that I couldn't see. I used to hear some of these men say, I can't be with a woman unless she is like my mama, my mother. I have to be with a woman that have to be like my mama. These men want you to build them up. They want you to raise them. It's weird. If you hear a man say, I can't be with a woman unless she gonna remind me of my mama, please run. Because not only he's a mama's boy, but you finna go through hell and hot water. Please run, sisters. Please run. Run. Run, 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 run. Because I wish I would have ran a long time ago. I heard this. I've experienced this. They want you to be their mama. They want you to be their mama. They want you to take on their mama duties. They want you to take on their mama responsibilities. We are not their mother. They are their mother responsibilities, not ours.
Y'all don't listen. You give your opinion.
Okay. But we supposed to just sit here and just be like, what if you're wrong? We gonna let you be wrong? Y'all want us to let y'all be wrong. No. That's what it was. Or more folks figure it out.
But it depends on who's telling you this. Like if because at the end of the day, I don't think you should listen to Pookie and Ray Ray. Right?
Exactly.
But the reason I don't think you should be listening to them is because you shouldn't be dealing.
Everybody is a Pookie and Ray Ray. Including you. You a Pookie and Ray Ray. You just a Pookie and Ray Ray that wear suits. But the way you talk, I can tell that you treat women poorly. Your own women who you claim. I bet if it's another race of a woman, I bet you wouldn't be talking to them like that. You would be like a little puppy. You'll be like a little dog on a leash. You wouldn't keep that same energy because you want that white validation. You want that white validation. That's why you're talking about 1% and the rest of this stuff. Where is the 1%? I ain't heard of no 1% when it comes to black men. Where is the 1% at? Dude, you are delusional. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I'm talking to white men and I ain't talking to Dusties no more. Like, I'm so glad I don't surround myself with their energy no more, they dysfunction, they toxicity, they unhealed wounds, they unhealed thoughts, they unhealed minds, they unhealed hearts. I'm so glad that I am not in the blacker stain no more. Woo, thank you, Jesus.
With him in the first place.
Exactly.
But here's the problem. A lot of women pick Pookie and Ray Ray.
How many Pookie and Ray Rays you think is out here?
A lot of Pookie and Ray Ray.
Exactly.
But my point is, you pick Pookie and Ray Ray, you don't have the ability to identify a high value man.
Ain't no such thing as a high value man. High value men don't try to prove to you or convince you they high value. You gonna see that they high value with the way that they treat you. Those are high value men. High value men don't talk, they show with their actions. That's the biggest mistake that you are making. Because real high value men don't have to come up to a woman and tell a woman, I'm high value. They show it with their actions. They show it with the treatment that they give women. Real high value men don't have to convince you or show you or prove to you how much high value they are, how much money they have. They don't have to make a show. They don't have to be in the spotlight. They don't have to feel like they're a badge of honor. Because other races of women are getting attention from them. They don't have to convince nobody nothing. They show with their actions, not with their words, not with their mouth, not with what they buying, not by showing money, not by flashing money.
High value nigga walk past a lot of women. They wouldn't be able to, because he got the swag and all that other bullshit that people like. But then when you get that high value man, you treat him like Pookie and Ray Ray. And then it's still his fault when he decides, I don't want to deal with that.
I told you. He should have set the standards early.
What should she have done?
She?
Yeah, what should she have done? Because you said
the more solid say study men. Date more. Like, date different type of men. That's the only way we're going to know. That's the only way we're going to know men are different.
You don't think that, like, adds more baggage? Dating more men?
No. Men, I mean, I'm not saying have sex with more men. I'm saying just date. It's hard. It's hard. Because, I mean, it's hard because, naturally men, that's really what they do.
But my question is, if black women have it so figured out, but you guys act like you do.
Because we're confident.
It's bullshit.
We do have it figured out because the more we leave, the happier we are. The more stress-free we are, the less stress. So we do got to figure it out. We literally be happy in these streets. Like, we are happy. Like, we happy.
So it's not really
if y'all were as confident as we were, we would be on a whole nother planet. Black women, black men.
But that's the thing. Some black men are not confident or secure. Because they still deal with insecurities. They still deal with, they hate the way they look. They hate their mama, but they hate the way they look. They don't only resent their mama and hold grudges against their mama and hold unforgiveness against their mama, but they can't stand their daddy. They really can't stand their daddies who abandon them and neglect them. That abandonment, some of them have to heal from that abandonment, those abandonment issues. And Black women are not finna stick with Dusties until they heal. They gonna heal eventually. When they feel like they ready, they gonna heal. When they get tired of they women leaving them, I bet they heal one day. I bet they start projecting. I bet they start making up excuses. I bet they start putting the blame and start putting the blame on themselves and realize that they are the problem and look in the mirror and see themselves. Because Black women are not settling no more. Not settling. Not settling. Like, not. Black men are not a badge of honor. It's not a badge of honor. Okay? We already done had them. Isn't that new? It's not a badge of honor. Maybe to racist, non-Black women, they feel like it's a badge of honor because maybe they feel like, the attention is just... But it's not a badge of honor. Like, it's uncomfortable, if you ask me. It's not always good to get attention from Dusty, Blackerstein, Tyrones. It's not. It's not always good to get attention from them. And you can't always shut them down because they can't take rejection. That's another part of having to do with insecurities. Because even if you say it in a nice way, they still can't take rejection. The insecure rejects, they cannot take rejection for nothing.
Which is literally be on a whole other planet, kicking it by ourselves, just two cocky people together.
Just cocky and wrong.
Why would be wrong?
Because y'all's confidence isn't based in anything.
Y'all, it's based off of how you guys treat us. More so,
That's
like
not true.
it's like, I say that is more so treat women as the catch, or more so like, I'm not gonna say nothing, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to lose her, or certain things.
It sounds like he dealing with jealousy and envy and competition, because only men who really, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here. Now, it is some Black men who used to follow Kevin Samuels, but they said eventually they woke up. They woke up about Kevin Samuels and they realized that he was a grifter and many other things. Men who don't have their own mind have a crabs in a barrel mentality. If you haven't met all Black women, you cannot put all Black women in a box. You can't tell Black women not to be confident, and you got these Black Dusty Tyrones being confident, living off of women food stamps and EBT. Pimping women out of their money, their tax money, their work money. You got Dusty Tyrones being confident, pimping women out of their money. You got Dusty Tyrones putting themselves on a pedestal on Pop the Balloons show. These men are very shallow, very arrogant. They feel like they women are beneath them. They feel like Black women are peasants. What is wrong with being confident? What's wrong with having confidence? Back in the day, people didn't care about if you feel good about yourself. You must always feel good about yourself. That's not being delusional because you feel good about yourself. The fuck? Now, this how I can call him out on his BS. He say he love his own women. He claim he love his own women. How do you love your own women and you just showed your jealousy, your envy, and your competition? You see it as a threat and you intimidated by a confident woman. And you supposed to be a confident, black, high value, ugly ass Dusty. Cause all y'all don't look good. Y'all be ugly as fuck. Let's just make that clear. A lot of Dusties who say they own women or gold diggers and asking for too much and requiring too much when really they just don't want to admit that they can't afford what they asking for. They don't be decent, good looking men. They be ugly men who have been rejected by women who they thought they could pull. Instagram models, for example. Everybody cannot pull an Instagram model. Just like everybody cannot pull I'm not even gonna go there, but everybody cannot pull an Instagram model. And these same type of black men that are dusty, come in all forms, shapes, and sizes. He's intimidated and see that as a threat. If you're supposed to be a secure man, and I hope somebody tell you what I said because I don't give a fuck, because I stand on everything that I say. You supposed to be a secure black man. You is intimidated and you see it as a threat because a woman is confident. And because a woman confident, she's lying to herself. You have some deep-rooted internalized insecurities and self-hate and self-hatred. You don't need to worry about dating. You don't even need to worry about marrying somebody until you heal from those issues and those wounds, because what you just said sounded dumb as fuck. And you literally sounded like Kevin Samuels. You literally sounded like that man.
That nature when it comes to
That's
being
not
in
true.
a relationship.
That's
really?
not true. Matter of fact, in one of my interviews, the girl said that peace is scarier than chaos. And how she explained that, she said that a lot of us grew up in chaotic situations.
Okay.
So normal for us is chaos. So even when we are confronted with peace or a good dude, we'll turn it into a chaotic situation because it's familiar to us. So what I'm saying to you is, you're saying all these things that black men should do. But for the men that I know who are like that, they have the toughest time with women.
For the men that you know, the men that you know look like you. The men that you know look like you. Probably ugly just like you. Probably unattractive just like you. Probably undesirable just like you. Probably didn't get women in school just like you didn't. Let's clock that T. High school probably didn't get women just like you probably didn't get women. You probably had to buy a kitty cat. And you resentful about that. You want revenge. So you want to sit here and you want to try to speak for guys that you know. But how you know that these guys, how you know they told you the truth? Do you know these guys personally, or you just know these guys by talking to them on YouTube? If you having a hard time and you having a tough time with a woman, you need to stop dating what you call it? What y'all call women? Cause y'all love to say that. I'm gonna use y'all words. You having hard times with women, you need to, like I done started telling you, look, you need to choose better. Not only choose better, but choose wisely. Get to know a person. Stop being in such a rush. Get to know a person. Take your time. Get to know a person. Study a person before you just drop your boxers for them. Study them. Then you won't have to worry about feeling like you need to get revenge to heal your heart. Study the women that you talk to. Stop talking to women who are just all about what you know they're about. If you don't qualify for those females, stop trying to qualify for females you don't qualify for. If those women are not in your lane, stop breaking your own heart. That's nobody's fault. That's your fault. If you ain't never, and it's 1,000 women out here. Whole world full of women, you ain't never found no good woman. If a man tell me he ain't never had no good woman, I'ma know that he the problem and something ain't right. It's always 2 to 3 sides to a story. It's always multiple stories. If a man say he ain't never had a good woman, something ain't right. He the problem. He the deep-rooted problem. He the deep-rooted issue. The fault and the blame goes on him, because what did you do for you not to get a good woman? What did you do? What woman did you choose? What woman did you talk to? What woman was you desperate for? Oh yeah, these Tyrones, they be desperate. They be desperate. Just like some of the black women, they be desperate. They don't be want to admit it, but they be desperate. If I was to expose some of my exes, y'all will see just how thirsty some of my exes are. For me, very thirsty and desperate. But I don't believe in exposing like that. I keep stuff like that private and confidential.
So the idea is that if you do all these things, I will be a godsend to you. And it's like, that's not the case. That's not the case. Everybody I know makes 6 figures, and they're all black men.
And what do they expect black?
Who gives a fuck about 6 figures? You can be a person with 6 figures and you can still be miserable and unhappy. You can still have internalized racism. You can be an internalized black misogynist and not even know. Some Tyrones are misogynistic and they don't even know that they're misogynistic until they do their research. Then they learn what misogynist mean. Who cares about 6 figures? Who cares about that? Y'all might as well say that I be doing commentary, because at this point I'm doing commentary, period. Because y'all know I actually enjoy talking over these videos. It's soothing and therapeutic. I actually enjoy doing it, y'all. But you might as well say I be doing like commentary to a certain extent. But anyways,
black women to be like, how, like, what is their
I'm gonna say this.
expectation of a black woman?
I'm gonna say this very, very like matter of fact, and I hope it's not offensive.
Oh no, not at all.
Black men of that caliber expect black women to be women.
Femininity.
A lot of y'all are niggas. A lot of y'all are men.
Oh no, 100%. But that's because it's not enough masculine energy around. How can we be
But
feminine?
we can't make that excuse.
What excuse? See, we're
thank you. And some of them don't be want to admit that they're not masculine enough. They pussies. Let's just put it out there. They're pussies. They're pussycats. They don't want to mess up their nails. They don't want to mess up their pedicures or their manicures. They don't want to mess up anything. They don't want to get dirty. They don't want to get in no dirt. They don't want to get dirty like a man's supposed to. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. It's hilarious. They don't want to fight at all. They don't want to fight. Any man should want to fight. Soft is tissue. Soft is Charmin tissue. They soft. We don't want nobody that's that soft. Well, you scared to defend me? You scared to defend me? You can't defend me. You can't handle me. We don't want that. We don't want a pussy. We don't need a pussy. We don't want that. We want a man that know how to stand their ground. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. Like, for example, like, you're not gonna talk to me like that. And I understand, that you upset, but let's fix this attitude. We don't need the caddy. We don't need the caddy because we caddy ourselves. We don't need the caddy and the going back and forth arguing like two women. Like, no. It need to be a solution. It need to be a solution to solve the problem. That would need to be a solution to solve the problem.
We're not talking about the ceiling. We're talking about the 1%.
But what I'm saying is, you said we're masculine because there's not enough masculine energy around. What if men started saying we're feminine because there's not enough feminine energy around?
Because that's.
But we can't say that. Is my point.
I guess it's because when women are raised, we're raised to be strong. We don't necessarily know what even masculine really means. You feel me? To even say like, oh, you masculine. Because if I'm raised without my father and all I know is my mom, so you're telling me really my mom is masculine? Okay, so you feel me? So I really don't have a broad, like a real sense of, oh, that's a nigga. You act like a nigga.
But you proved my point. You said, because before you said that there are not enough men to go around. And then you said men need to do this.
You have men out here that do not want to help women. We can't make men fix our tire. We can't make men open the door for us. We can't make men buy us some tickets. We can't make men pick up groceries for us. We have to do it ourselves. Once again, he done showed his self-hatred. See, I knew it was going to come out, and it came out. This man just said, with his ugly ass, he signed ugly. I bet this a ugly motherfucker. He just said, I really feel like a lot of times he be speaking for himself, and he be talking for himself. I don't feel like these other men that he talking about, I don't feel like he talking about these other men all the way, maybe just a little bit. But I really feel like he's referring to himself, which is contradicting himself, and which is contradictory, and which is coonery at its finest. But one thing he said that stood out to me, and I knew it was going to come out. That's why I said he need to heal. These controversy Dusties, and he one of them, he need to heal and do some mirroring. Do some self-improvement a little bit more. Do some self-improvement. Do some self-reflection. You is not the victim. Stop playing like you was the victim. You probably done fucked a woman and told her to get an abortion because you don't want to mess up your little image. This what he said. He said, he's been told a lot of black women act like men. Anytime you hear a controversy Dusty say you acting like a man, this supposed to make them feel less of a man. So common sense, you supposed to find a solution and try to wonder and try to understand why and ask your brothers why. Why do some black women feel like they can't be vulnerable? They don't feel safe. They don't feel comfortable. Why some black women? Why? Why do they gotta? Why do we gotta be like they is a man? Why it gotta be like they a man? Why? Why they gotta sit here and take on men duties, men roles? But y'all don't ask men why. Instead, y'all try to blame and criticize and bully your own women for being what y'all call so-called masculine, which is dominant. But y'all ain't gonna say dominant because y'all don't want to give us that, because then it's really gonna make y'all feel weak and less of a man, because y'all already at the bottom of the barrel. I remember that. Y'all already at the bottom. Dusty's already at the bottom, all of them. Even the high value Dusties. Even this Dusty right here. But money don't matter. You could have all the money in the world and still be a Dusty. That's the delusional mindset. They feel like because they got money, they not Dusty. You're still Dusty. But anyways, they don't ask why, they just put the blame on you. And that's why it's not good to give them interviews. I would never give none of these men, these type of black men, interviews, panel interviews. I would never get on TikTok and give them an interview. They will never get an interview from me because this is what they like to do. They try to twist stuff around and make excuses and put the blame on you because that's how they get their money. But when Cynthia G said no, don't birth them, Dusty's was so mad, and they was so happy when Cynthia G got kicked off of YouTube. And the only black men that were happy about Cynthia G getting kicked off YouTube is the Tyrones. Normal, healthy black men didn't have a problem with Cynthia G. It's only the Dusties. It always be the Dusties that got a problem with the truth. They say we have a problem with the truth, but they got a problem with the truth. They have a problem with everything. Makeup, lashes, what they don't have a problem with. I told one black dude, since you got so many problems with what your women wear, you wear it for them. Wear it, sir, so you can feel confident. Wear the lashes, wear the hair, makeup, everything.
And now you're saying that I don't know what masculine is.
No. For a woman.
Yeah.
For a man, yeah.
But it's the same energy.
Is it?
A man being masculine, a woman being masculine, masculine is masculine.
That's so
Now, it doesn't look well. It doesn't look right when a woman does it, but it's still masculine.
Because what is masculine energy on a woman?
What do you think it is?
It's hard for me to know. For me to say. Because I've had men say that I do have like masculine energy.
I'll explain it in one word. Agreeableness.
Agreeableness.
So, because men have been socialized to be competitive.
Okay.
And what that means is,
okay,
I can't just take what the world gives me.
Okay.
I have to chart my own course the whole nine. So, if I'm presented with information, I have to first be critical of that information. I'm saying, right? This is the math. Women, on the other hand,
but we're raised that way.
I understand that. Women, on the other hand, if you are going to be a queen, right?
Okay.
You have to submit under the authority of the.
We are queens, and we don't have to submit up under nobody motherfucking authority. If you want a slave and a servant, you better go get you one. You better go get you one, little Pookie. You better go get you one, Pookie. You better go get you one, bro. Go get you one, bro. Go get you a little servant, bro. I'm gonna talk to you like a dude. What's up, bro? You want submission, but you don't want to bring no woman no peace. Okay? Y'all always asking for submission. Y'all motherfuckers don't even deserve no submission. Let alone a plate. Let alone the water ran for y'all asses. Y'all are the biggest known deadbeat fathers in the black community. And I'm only talking about the ones who are actually deadbeats. Y'all want submission, but y'all don't know how to make a woman rest and relax. But y'all want to rest and relax. Sit on your ass all day and don't do nothing but play games and watch TV. I'm supposed to sit here and I'm supposed to let my woman do everything. The chores, I don't got to help with nothing because I'm head of the household and I'm the man of the house. I got authority. Authority don't mean ownership. Biblically, that's not how it go. A lot of y'all don't want to run by what the Bible say. Y'all want to try to be y'all own gods. You got to submit to God. Y'all got to submit to God before y'all wife submit to y'all. If y'all do get a wife.
King.
100%.
So when the king says something, it's you got it, babe. That's
100%.
agreeableness.
100%.
Now the problem is a lot of women think they're kings.
How can I explain this the most? We were raised to think, not necessarily to think, but with the possibility of being alone. Men ain't really, y'all not really, it's either y'all expect that might happen, but as a woman, we're raised, we're more so the old idea was to be, okay, we're going to find a man and we're going to be pretty much in his world. We join his world. But over time, I'm realizing y'all world, y'all ain't got one. Y'all not even trying to build a world.
Who you talking about?
Not y'all. We ain't talking about you. We ain't talking about 6-figure babies. We ain't talking about them.
Okay, so who you talking about?
Well,
all six-figure men are different. He is trashy and dusty. Trashy and dusty. Throw out the trash. And it's a lot of women that still to be throwing out the trash, and I salute them. Thank y'all for throwing out the trash for us. Thank y'all for still throwing out the trash and throwing away the trash. I'd be so happy. Y'all don't understand how happy I be. Seeing other races of women just getting rid of the trash and the waste and the garbage for us. Garbage. Garbage juice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But do y'all see how low-key he trying to talk over her? This is why we don't like talking to Dusties. Do y'all see how he talking over her? Yelling over her, won't let her get her point across. He is sassy. He's clicking his nails. This is Miss Girl. Miss Sassy Girl. He just keep talking over her. He won't let her say nothing. He just keep talking over her. See, when you say something that's the truth and it hurt their ego and their pride, they can't take it. They can't compromise and get from out of their stuck up, stubborn ways and put their pride to the side and just listen. This is why they're going to continue to be the bottom of the barrel, because they don't want to listen to nothing. Look how he keep talking over her. She can't get one word out. This man is egotistical as fuck. It's disgusting and it's a disgrace. Once again, I bet he ugly. Most men who talk the most shit, they be the ugliest, unattractive, is undesirable. Most undesirable is ones. The ones that talk the most shit, them be the ones that be ugly. And I bet this man ugly.
A lot of different.
So you have two choices.
It's two different.
But you have two choices.
Two different spectrums.
You can either,
Because if a man, if how can I say this? I'm willing to submit to a man who I trust to lead me. If I don't trust you to lead me, too blind leading blind? No, not me, because I'm not blind. I was already leading myself before I entered into your world. And now, but
I think women tend to, especially our women, they tend to undervalue their power. I think women are extremely powerful.
Okay.
And this is what I mean by that. And this is another point Poetic Style made. He said, the reason a lot of men are walking...
Women are not treated with power. That's cap. Misogynistic cap. Women don't have this power where they can get people to do anything. If y'all really just do y'all research, besides y'all dusty mentalities, do your research on how hard it is for women to get a fucking job. Y'all some dumb, slow motherfuckers. I see why Cynthia G said do not birth any more black fucking babies. I'm seeing this from our own men, and I'm all talking about the dusties. Y'all mindset is fucked up. Y'all mentality is fucked up. Cynthia G was not lying when she said don't birth no more of these slow motherfuckers, because they is just slow and plain not stupid, ignorant, and retarded. This motherfucker, this man is slow as fuck. For him to be so smart and intelligent and intellectual, he's a dumb motherfucker. He's dumb. He don't even realize how dumb he sound. It ain't no two motherfucking different masculinities. Where the fuck he get that from? Who the fuck told him that? These dusties do not do their research on stuff, and it shows that they don't. Only thing they be quick to do their research on is statistics. Percentages. Anything else they don't do their research, but they quick to throw in the comments percentages and stats. These some slow motherfuckers. And I love my black son to death. I really do. But I be praying and I be telling God, I really pray. I really hope my son do not grow up. I always pray, and I always pray for the Lord to let my son have a strong mind, to where he don't be influenced by black Negroes that encourage him to have self-hate, like they got self-hate, like they hate their own women, jealous of their own women, in competition with their own women. My son is not finna be like that. Catty and sassy. Now, ain't nothing wrong with being vulnerable, but being catty and sassy like a woman, that is a problem. We not finna do that. No, I'm not gonna tell my son, because I believe in gentle parenting. I'm not telling my son. I'm raising my son totally different. I'm not raising my son. I'm not telling my son. That's what's wrong with some of these men now. That's why they the way they is now. They suppress their feelings. It's some of the mothers, some of the black mothers' fault. I'm not gonna tell my son, oh, man up, instead of, what's wrong, son? Talk about it. I'm not one of those boy moms. I'm not one of those toxic boy moms. And I'm not one of those boy moms who find an attraction to my own son. Now, let's go ahead and just put it out there. There are some black men that don't know how to raise their own sons. And there are black women who have to raise their sons by themselves, and they do a good job. Do they get the credit and the recognition that they deserve? No, the fuck they don't. It takes a village to raise children, not one child. One child, you can raise one child by yourself. Multiple kids, it take a village. Let's just put that out there. I'm tired of that narrative.
Around with struggle beards, it's because black women said they like their men be bearded, right? In a lot of ways, women dictate the market.
Okay.
Women establish what they want to see in the world. Even in marketing, I used to work in marketing. 80% of retail decision making is made by women. If you work in real estate, you know that you have to convince the wife, not the husband.
Where are these marketing that he's talking about? I never heard of them. What market? Am I missing something? What market? All the power and all the freedom and all the things that they feel like women got, like I have always said, you at the end of the day, these dusties gotta acknowledge that they the one that enabled these behaviors, these ratchet behaviors. Find a solution and stop enabling your women to be a sexy red. If it bothers you that much to whine and complain about all the power you feel like they have, then as a man, stop encouraging and enabling and motivating and lifting up the music.
Even though it says money. Right. So women are extremely powerful. Feminine energy is extremely powerful. The problem is,
what if the problem is? Because I can say this for me. Back to you asking me. I mean, like I said, some men, but they're really like I can sense their masculinity is a little bit higher than they say like I'm not as masculine. Because I mean, I don't have to be masculine with them. I don't feel the need to be rah-rah. You know, it's weird when I can feel.
Like that.
I know it doesn't work that way, but I'm sorry. It's like dang, I might as well just get a dog or something, because if I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like like with you, I feel the masculine energy. You feel me? I feel the confidence in the I am a man. You gonna respect me because I'm a man. Not you gonna do that with another man.
He's not a man, he's a boy. You're a boy, Damon. That's a boy. That's not a man, that's a boy. Because he admitted to being intimidated and threatened by a woman that's confident. So if he take a woman on a date and a woman feel like, well, I feel like I'm a beautiful queen, and he's gonna be like, well, you not all that. You're average at best. I understand she was trying to like not get backlash, but she got backlashed anyways, and I didn't even have to go in the comments. I just know she got backlash. Just know when you go on his YouTube channel, you gonna get backlash, because does this stick together for toxicity behavior? So all those men, all those Dusties is on his side. They not on her side, even though she didn't say anything wrong. But because she said stuff where it's a hard pill to swallow, just don't want to listen and live in delusion and not face reality. Just like some men don't want to face reality that they looks fade. It's not women who just go through the process of your looks fading. The more older you get, men looks fade. In real life, your looks fade. As long as you take care of yourself and you have a self-care routine, you gonna look good, but you got to take care of yourself, or you gonna be looking older than what you is. You gonna be looking like Tales of the Crypt, or you gonna be looking like The Walking Dead? Which one?
But y'all don't do that with women. We were supposed to click when we were never raised. Like, we wasn't really raised in our feminine energy. But a lot of women might have been. I mean, I know.
A lot of us were raised in toxicity. A lot of men. I complain more about black men than I do about black women. And a lot of what I complain about black men is that we're emotional. And a lot of the reason black men are emotional is because they were raised around emotional energy. They were raised around women, right?
Yeah.
So we can have that conversation.
So that's why maybe.
But the point I was trying to make.
A lot of men are not. They don't show their emotional side. A lot of black men are not emotional. No, they not. They suppress their feelings. The public offender, he spoke about it, and it was nothing but the truth. They suppress their feelings. Me, when I was living in the Blackistan, I've been through it with some of my exes. Them motherfuckers do not like to talk about their feelings or their emotions. They shut down like a computer. It's like you feel like you begging them. You feel like you literally begging somebody to give you an explanation or some clarity. You can't get nothing out of some of them. Some of my exes was so difficult and hard to deal with because they were stubborn and stuck in their ways. And this is why Dusties will never grow or self-improve or elevate in life, because they too stuck in their ways and they can't compromise. For one, they don't know what compromise is. They need to do their research on compromise. Compassion, empathy, sympathy, having a heart, willing to treat a person right. Treat them like a decent human being. Treat them the way you want to be treated. But that's hard for some of them to do because they so cocky and all they do is boast and brag with pride. Got so much ego, so much pride, so shallow, so arrogant. And they see that haven't got them nowhere. Ain't got no girlfriend, ain't got no wife, still looking for the one, still getting on dating apps, still ain't found nobody. You the problem.
Is this. As women are complaining about these average men that they're dealing with, that they refuse to submit to in the whole nine, they have not taken the time to prepare themselves for the type of men that they say they want.
That's a fact.
And that's the only problem.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's the only. It's like I'm complaining about clocking in at McDonald's, but you're not getting a coding certificate to go work for Google. But you claim you deserve a Google job. It's like you don't. You deserve exactly what you get. And
everybody is not into men who work 9 to 5s, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Cause some men, you got different 9 to 5s. Some men who work 9 to 5s, they don't make enough money. So hell no. If I ain't got no problem, I don't got no problem with somebody working a 9 to 5, long as it's a good 9 to 5 where you can provide real good. If it's a good 9 to 5 and you can provide real good, I ain't got no problem with that. But if you got a 9 to 5 and you ain't really making that much money and it's just chump change, hell no. I'ma decline and reject that every motherfucking time. On my soul.
My biggest thing with women is this. We talk about submission, right? And, I'm not going to submit to a man who ain't blah, 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 blah. The problem is, you still fucking that dude.
I wouldn't even say that it's blah, 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 blah. It's really how you carry yourself.
Sure. But here's the thing.
Where's the direction you want for your life? If I was not here, where would you be without me? If I was not here, you would be up under another woman. You feel me? Moving the same way. That's
here's the problem. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance with the conversation. What I mean by that is, if you bend over in front of a man and open your legs, that is submission.
Okay.
So to draw arbitrary lines,
that is not submission. That's just plain out being freaky because naturally you felt like you was in the mood. Stop making up shit. That's not submissive. You open your legs for a man, that's not submission. Ain't shit submissive about that. If anything, in a way, you allowing yourself to be a doormat, but that's not submissive. No. When a woman open her legs, that ain't got shit to do with submission. That got everything to do with I want some dick. That ain't got nothing to do with submission. That's BS.
I'm saying is I will submit physically, but I won't submit mentally. Or I won't submit this way. Either you submit to the man or you don't. And if you can't trust a man, my question to you is, why are you with him? Why are you with him in the first place?
You're right.
Wouldn't it be better to be alone? Or take the time to prepare yourself for the type of man you say you want?
Yes, once we have that idea, once we get that, once we go through the journey and understand that that's really what it is.
But at that point, you're 40.
Because who's teaching us that?
But at that point, you're 40.
No, I'm only 30.
And now you're bitter.
Listen, I'm
No,
30.
I'm not talking about you.
I know, but realistically, I put it in perspective. Like, I know exactly what you mean because that's exactly the journey that I'm on now. You feel me? I took my 20s out. You think you're going to be married?
Girl, he low-key tried to shame you. He low-key tried to shame you. He tried to age shame you. I don't understand why some black women get on these interviews and these men do stuff like this. These dusties. I don't know why I said men. They not men. They dusties. They're fucking trash to me. I guess God want me to keep on dragging these men because I keep running into them. I ain't even trying to. Oh my God, help me, Lord. But y'all, it's crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like I said, you as a woman who wants to submit, I realize that I can only submit to someone that has their own journey taken care of, and now I fit in their world. As opposed to me trying to join their world and I got my own thing going on and I'm kind of pulling you because, okay, go back to just regular or more so ordinary. Is that better than regular? Ordinary. We're going to say ordinary. Because, I don't know about you, but I'm extraordinary. Okay, this is extraordinary. Okay, we're not ordinary people. Okay, some people are. It's okay to be ordinary. It is okay. But the comparison is, the struggle with that is okay, you may be ordinary, but I got to be out in the world. You want me to be home with you watching TV.
Why are you with him?
I'm not. That's why I got to go.
But then
it's a problem. But then it's a problem that I left because I want more. Dang, like you couldn't just stay with him. You couldn't just submit to what he got going on. You forget that. You don't need to worry about that.
Why were you with him in the first place is my point. I think the problem is a lot of y'all fall in love with your idea of
That is her business. She is a grown-ass woman. This is why we be dogging y'all out and dragging y'all. Y'all wonder why y'all get dragged. Y'all wonder why we don't start dragging y'all. See, it ain't no fun until the rabbit got the gun. Y'all say things and then y'all get mad when y'all get dragged for it. Y'all be invested and y'all be nosy being in our personal business. We don't get in y'all business worrying about who y'all sticking y'all dick in. We don't give a fuck about who Tyrone's fucking. But y'all always worrying about who we giving our punani to. As if y'all got ownership over that shit. It's weird. Y'all are weird as fuck. Why is you sitting here worrying about what this woman did with her personal life and dragging her in with other black women? You's a fucking weirdo. You deserve to lose your fucking channel. You is a fucking weirdo. I never knew that this dude was so weird. This dude is weird as fuck. I can tell he a nerd. Nah, I really can tell he's a nerd. A black nerd. He's a weird black nerd. A hating, jealous ass nerd at that. Intimidated. See you as a threat ass nerd. The fuck? Why is you worrying about what? Wait a minute. You too nosy and invested. You too fucking messy and catty. You too fucking catty. I ain't that masculine about that. She must have had a crush on him or something, cause what the fuck? Ain't nothing masculine about what he doing or what he saying. He's like, oh, I get on the black men more than I get on the black women. You a goddamn lie.
Man, not who he is or who he wants to be. And inevitably, you will think that, oh, that's not what I want. So it's like, why weren't you more attentive to who he said he wanted to be?
I think it was what it was. It wasn't that. It was more I accepted of the man he was.
You didn't accept it.
I did.
But if you're leaving, it's not true acceptance.
2 years.
Acceptance. That's not true acceptance.
The only reason why
Men can wear a mask. It's not easy for women to wear a mask. Men are very easy with pretending to have a certain side of them or a certain version of them. Why don't y'all dusties want to fucking acknowledge this? For example, a man can pretend like he like you. He interested in you. He attracted to you. But really the only thing that this man like about you is y'all situationship. The things that y'all do sexually. He don't like you like that. But he's gonna keep on leading you on and stringing you along. And when dusties do that to themselves, they try to blame it on us. No, y'all kept letting the wrong women string y'all along, and now y'all mad with every woman that y'all come past because you kept letting a woman string you along with your dumb asses.
the only reason why I left is because he wasn't there for me when my grandparents died. Like certain things I can't accept, but a lot of things I can.
Were you surprised by that?
Yes, because he was my best friend. You feel me? He was literally someone that, like, you know, over time, you feel me, like, or more so after you go through the situation, you look back and you see all the pinpoints and the hints or whatever. Yeah, I might have accepted a lot, I didn't expect him not to be there, only because, like I said, I didn't have nobody else. When we got together, I had friends throughout our relationship. Things changed as far as my friendships went, so it was really just us. And then towards even that point when my grandparents passed away, we weren't close because there were certain things that I did accept. I had to say, like, okay, no, start setting them standards. If you want to marry me, it's certain things you're going to have to change or to be like, you feel me? Like you gotta want more for yourself, sir. Like it's only certain, like, listen, Black women, we love Black men. We really be sitting here and you think, women ego, you're not extraordinary, you're not superior. But in reality, it's like, dang, if I just expect more because I hear you talking or I hear you complaining or if I hear you talking about how you want more and all I want to do is boost you and all I'm doing is boost you, and this is on my own personal experience. This ain't based off no other Black woman. This is just me as a Black woman. And I mean, I've dated Black men, and women are really, we have to settle. Men are the ones that I'm going to take you and make you my wife. We don't say, oh, this is my boyfriend and you my, no, at any given moment, that's not it.
I'm gonna say this. I think this is where women fuck up,
Okay.
especially our women. You prioritize a man you like over a man you admire. So what I mean by that is, a lot of times, like when the relationship ends, a lot of women will say in hindsight, the signs were there, this and that. So for instance, he ends up being a deadbeat dad and things like that, right? And part of the reason why, sometimes it seems like I lack empathy is like, when you look at the signs and you look at the things that you qualified him based on, they weren't things that translated into good dad. You didn't prioritize honesty. You didn't prioritize integrity. You didn't prioritize honor. You didn't prioritize discipline.
Right.
You didn't prioritize vision, stick-to-itiveness, right? Anybody can talk that shit.
Right.
But like, was this a man who was getting up and doing what he said he was going to do?
At first, it was that fact. It was that. And then over time, I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, he was an artist. He's an artist. Listen. It's real life. But I'm gonna say,
Girl, he was a professional Dusty. I told y'all they come in all different shapes and sizes. What did I just tell y'all? Dusty's come in all different shapes and sizes, meaning these men can have, how can I put it? These men can be ambitious. You got different Dusties. You got ambitious Dusties. You got oh my God, she was with a professional Dusty. That's all I'm gonna say.
artists, I seen him make a whole album in the room, and it was literally like he made it in the studio. That's how talented he was. I'm a real one. If something don't sound good, I'm not gonna be able to listen to it. So at first it was, but then it was like his team dismantled. Manager wasn't there. His friends wasn't there. It was us going to the clubs and talking to the DJs and helping him understand if he's a business himself, he got to move for himself before anybody else moves for him. It's just, I guess I'm just not the right Black woman to talk to because I'm here for the Black men. I'm even here like, okay, I accept it. I'm here for you because at some point, like I said, I'm older. So I'm realizing, when it is like, not being technical with the submission with laying up with people, but when it comes to being, submissive, I understand that eventually your money is going to be our money. So I got to help you get to that. I want to help you grind and understand because I believe in you, Black man. You know what I mean? Like literally, I believe in you because I see everybody else is not as failing.
Sis, no. Now this is where you lost me. No. And I hope from when she did this interview, I hope she is not doing this. No, absolutely not.
but you're not, over time, you're not really pushing yourself, like, and it's like, now you telling me about things that I've already told you, and I gotta sit here and say, I told you so, now it's time for me to go.
I'm gonna say this. Our women need to stop fucking with creatives. And this is why. So, one of the interesting things that I read somewhere, it said romance was created by unemployed white artists. So, you know, a lot of the concepts when we think about love and the butterflies and shit like that, it was created by motherfuckers who just like sat around and looked at the sunset all day. They didn't have jobs, they didn't have families to take care of. So a lot of those things are unsustainable, right? And we fall in love with a lot of childish things that don't age very well.
Facts.
And in our community in particular, we prioritize the rappers. We prioritize the musicians and the artists and all those eclectic professions that don't translate well over 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Right.
Most of the time. But again, most of our women think they're extraordinary and that their case is going to be different and that this Gucci man is going to turn into that Gucci man. And that's not how shit works. So again,
well, that's with those women.
Let me finish. So again, like the fact that he made an album in his room and it sounded
exactly, because some of them love to try to generalize and categorize. So I'm glad that she got on him about that, because some of them love to generalize and categorize black women. So I'm glad that she was like, that's with those. Because all us different, you know. We black, but we different. So I'm glad she did that. She humbled him real quick and checked him, as she should have.
Studio quality.
Yes.
From my point of view, as a
this whole interview was disrespectful to me.
Nothing.
Oh, of course, because you're a professional.
But the fact that not the fact that he's an artist,
because
if he was able to leverage his radio network, if he was able to put together a media package, if he was able to start collaborating with other artists and building bridges, then I'll know that he's serious.
That's why I had to go.
But talent means nothing, and that's what I wish our women understood.
Listen, I need you to understand. It wasn't like some little Ray who worked at the gas station. No, he was signed to Zaytoven. You feel me? He had executive meetings. You feel me? He had meetings where A&R with his manager. Like, I was seeing the motion. They was talking about, actually, when how OBJ is getting his salary in Bitcoin. That's how the way it was a couple years ago for musicians. Before Tory Lanez did, so it's not even about him making. I know good music. I know music, so it's like it's
not. Let me ask you this: Was he somebody who?
It was just he had no team. You can't do the media press kit.
Let me ask you this: Was he somebody who, when he said he was going to do something, it was going to get done? Or was he somebody who, if he felt like it, if he was in the right mood, state of mind, those artist type shit? Was he reliable?
When it came to his music, when it came to his art, he worked on that all the time. Like, that was off top. But some creatives are only creatives. They're not businesses. Like, they don't know how to be a business.
That's my point.
No, in fact, and I had to learn that.
Creativity isn't going to raise children.
And it sucks because that's why you need a team.
No, my point is, and this is...
Because I told him what to do. But he didn't do it, and that's why I had to go.
This is the bigger picture. For me, just from a biological standpoint, especially when we're looking at it in our community, the mortality rate of pregnant black women is high. When you choose...
And why is that? Why is that? Remake this video and do it all over again. And ask your Dusties and your former Dusties, ask them why is the percentage and the stats so high of the black single mothers of the community. Baby mamas, baby mama drama. I was trolling, y'all, but baby mama coach. Ask your men why it's hard for them to pull out. Okay? Do the pull-out method because it do work. Some people don't know how to do it correctly. Ask them why they don't know how to pull out. I know why. Because it be too good. It be too good. When it get good to you and both of y'all climaxing, it's over with after that. But of course, some dust is gonna sit there and make up excuses and try to blame the woman and say, she the one that shake it. Shut the fuck up. A woman can't get herself pregnant. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tingle. So I ain't listening to that bullshit. Because those excuses and that's cap.
To have somebody's child. You're essentially saying to God, the universe, and your community that I'm willing to risk death to clone this nigga,
Right.
to create another him, right? And what I'm saying to black women is, you're not creating or recreating the type of men you claim you want to see.
That's fact.
So my point is, if you keep prioritizing these artists and these creatives, who the fuck is gonna lead the next generation? Artists and creatives?
Oh no, because my son gonna be raised out. I told you I'm not the right black woman to have these type of conversations because everything you're saying I agree with. You know, I was with my ex for 2 years. In that 2 years, I studied people. You know, I pay attention to people how to move. Like I said, you see, I gotta accept it or I'm not gonna accept it. And I had to accept a lot of things. But over time, I noticed how parenting was. You know, how he moved with his son. I don't have any children. I'm 31 with no children. That's like a unicorn in the world, low key. So because I know exactly what you're saying, I'm not going, not even just clone him. I don't want to have the wrong person imprinting on my son or on my children. Because your mind, my mind is too astronomical. I think about it goes so fast. It's too much going on. My kids are probably going to be just like that because if I'm bored, we chilling together. So what we about to talk about? Even at 2, 1, 6 months. If you just really just want to be a come home, yeah, hey son, and keep it pushing, you can't really be you. It's not gonna work either. So it was certain things that I accepted, and then over time, I'm like, you can never be my husband. And it sucks because as women, like, who are we to say who's gonna be our husband?